On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kendra Marie Brooks, 24-02531. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people. First making a motion to practice under Michigan Court Rule number 8.120.
Motion granted.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Brooks was standing to my right.
Okay, Ms. Brooks, today was the date that was scheduled for final pre-trial for one count of domestic violence. Do we have necessary witnesses here?
No, Your Honor, at this time, the necessary witnesses have failed to appear. We have attempted contact with them and advised them of this date and time for the final pre-trial. Subpoena appears to have been sent, but they failed to appear. People are unable to proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Given that, I would make a motion to dismiss.
Motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice. That means that the people have the right to reissue this charge against you. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
You have any questions, ma'am?
No.
We'll get your copy of the dismissal in just a moment. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing from defense.
You're all set. Record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tunisia, Yvette Perkins, 24-00033. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Perkins, who is standing to my right. And if I may approach, Your Honor.
You may.
I have the police sheet and advice of rights.
Say Ms. Perkins was the date set for a final trial. The people are offering for you to plead guilty to an amended charge of disorderly jostling. It's a misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail and up to $500 in fines. You want to accept that offer, ma'am?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
There are certain rights that you would need to understand and then be able or willing to give up if you'd like to accept this offer. First is your right to the presumption of innocence. So you're innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to require that the prosecution prove your guilt. They would do that by proving each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt at trial. You understand that? You understand that? Okay. You also have the right to remain silent at any trial and not have silence be used against you. So you can waive your silence and testify at your trial if you'd like. You have the right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses the prosecution intends to call against you. You can call your own witnesses or present evidence at trial that you believe show a defense to the charges being brought against you. You understand those rights?
Yes.
You willing to give each of them up?
Yes. No, no.
And you don't want to give your
Yes,
rights up?
yes.
Okay. Anybody threatening you to get you to give those rights up? Has there been any promises extended to you in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No.
Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No.
You understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that may need to be reported to your current employer, or you may need to report it on a future job application.
Yes.
It also could have impact on travel or immigration status that you might seek. So you might want to go out the country on a vacation, and that country could deny you entry due to a conviction. You understand that?
Yes.
As to the amended charge of disorderly jostling, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Is that because you believe you're guilty? You don't believe you're guilty? If you don't, you say the truth.
Yeah. Yes.
You believe you're guilty?
Yes.
Okay, what did you do to make you guilty?
Yelling. Arguing. In somebody's personal space.
In someone's personal space, you were yelling and arguing?
Yes.
Did you do anything else?
Yes.
What else?
Assaulted.
Oh.
Someone.
Okay, who did you assault?
Alyssa Thompson.
Where did this take place?
Downtown.
Do you remember the address?
No, I just know it's across from the house in the parking lot.
Okay, so you wouldn't dispute the address of 333 East Michigan Avenue
Yeah, that's it.
in the city of Lansing,
Yes.
Ingham County?
Yes.
And what date did this occur?
September 2nd,
Of what year?
2023.
Any additional factual basis?
I have nothing further on it.
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The court is satisfied to the factual basis, we took the factual basis as to the original charge. The It's freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. So I did just stump that we were already scheduling into December, I'm sorry.
And if we may on sentencing,
So you want to move to immediate sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we have the victim present here who would like to make an impact statement as well.
I need her criminal history. I need her criminal history. I don't, is someone behind my, is Yolanda behind my computer?
no, that's Sarah and Mr.
Oh,
Lewis.
okay, okay, have a seat, we'll call the case back in just a moment. Oh, I need her criminal history. You can have a seat right there. I'll call that case in just a moment. Once I get that, okay. What is downstairs? The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Desiree Watts, 24-01990. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Watts, who is standing to my right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, how are you?
Okay,
Okay. You said what?
I'm blessed.
That's good. Okay, so Ms. Watts, you have 2 counts of assault and battery that was scheduled for final pre-trial today. Do we have necessary witnesses here?
No, Your Honor, at this time, the necessary witnesses have failed to appear. I've made contact with one of them, Xavier from Haynes, one time. Aside from that, Your Honor, I've attempted several times to make contact with both of them, and they were sent subpoenas, but they've still failed to appear, and the people are unable to proceed.
Counsel.
Given that, Your Honor, I'd make a motion to dismiss.
Motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice, so the people can reissue this against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll get you a copy of the dismissal in just a moment. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing from the fence.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a blessed day.
Same to you. Beyond the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus McQuan Antoine Wheeler, 24-02099. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Rowley on behalf of Mr. Wheeler. That's fine.
Okay. So today was the date that was scheduled for jury trial, but the people are moving to dismiss.
No, Your Honor, the necessary witness, Shanique Wheeler, has appeared. We've reestablished contact. I have an updated phone number. People are ready to proceed.
Judge Ward is doing a jury trial, so we have to reset. Where else would it go?
That's what was fixed. Okay, okay, so there's misunderstanding. I think they thought that that bathroom was still out of order, but it's back in order, so this should have gone to trial today. This has to be reset. Because it's after 9 o'clock. Your necessary witness is here.
Yes, Your Honor. Shanique Wheeler is here. We've reestablished contact
Oh.
and updated phone number as well. So I see no reason why we should lose contact. The people will be ready to proceed at the next jury trial day.
November 19th. 8 o'clock in the morning. Get your notice to appear. Do you have any questions today? I'm sorry? Okay. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
No, Your Honor.
We're all set.
What? Thank you.
This is not. You said it's not public. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying it's not true. Let's see. The criminal history online.
Yeah.
Is A.B. Randolph here
He's on Zoom, Your Honor.
on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Amy Marie Randolph, 24-024881, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Carrion appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Randolph, who's joining us via Zoom.
It was the date that was set for pre-trial. This is for a dog at large. How we proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, we've received proof of the issue that caused the dog at large to be fixed. The people would be moving to dismiss.
No objections.
Motion to dismiss is granted. You're all set, ma'am. Ms. Randolph, you can unmute, please.
Thank you.
Do you have any que- Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
I think she just went to go look for you.
I need a criminal history.
I think she was having-
Yeah.
Okay.
She may have been there sometime in our next section. On the record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Michael Drobny, 24-02257, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Carrion appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Rowley on behalf of Mr. Drobny.
Mr. Drobny has a attempted police officer assault, resist obstructing, malicious destruction of personal property, 200 to 1,000, and an assault and battery. And this was reset for him to be screened for mental health court. What's the update on that?
We're still in the process of applying to the mental health court. I have my paralegal working on it. At this point, one item that we need is a permission from Your Honor, frankly. I believe my paralegal emailed something about that last week, but that's where we're at. So we're going to be asking to accept this again.
Did you get permission for what?
From Judge Sim, from yourself, to, I guess, approval to consider transferring these cases. He would be coming.
Was there a form or something you guys have?
I don't know exactly what form that needs to take, as told by the coordinator of the district mental health board, that that's one thing that I need. I think the paralegal email. Ms. Nash, I don't know exactly what they need.
Find out what they need, because I've never had to send anything for them, stuff for someone to be screened and accepted to mental health court.
Being told they just need verbal consent in some form. I
I
don't
just need to know that the judge isn't objecting to it.
Well, I think that was clear by nature of me resetting this so that they could be screened.
I don't understand why.
So maybe we can communicate that to them. we'll reset it further so that we can let them know, and we can get them a copy of the transcript if they want, that the judge does not object to his screening and participation in mental health court. How much time?
2 weeks, I think, would be enough.
October 22nd at 8:30. October 22nd at 8:30. Do you have any questions today, sir?
No.
Okay, we'll get you a notice to appear. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people, thank you.
That's further on.
Coordinator is, I can send it.
Do you know who the coordinator is? We can send her an email.
This is Jesse Besseman.
I think she's still doing it, yeah.
It is this, I had the same discussion with last week, Kristen.
See if that works.
You can do that.
If that's gonna be a policy of theirs, they should have a form. And then we can just get it signed.
So wait, so she's responded to mine pretty fair, but she didn't tell me it wasn't enough, so.
So the girl would be-
If you need an email, we can send an email. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
No, no.
Thank you. You're all set.
She's been doing that for years. She's been a policy for years, but she never requested a formal. She just, and I think it's just because at one point they got burned by getting someone approved, but they were in Allen County and their judge never allowed, they didn't want it to be transferred. That's the policy.
Okay, back on the record in the matter of Nisha Perkins. You said there was a victim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can call your victim.
The court like this records to standard, and she said the statement.
Stand. Can you state your first and last name and then spell both?
Delisa Thompson, Delisa, Thompson, Thompson.
Okay. What did you want to share with the court?
That this was a physical altercation. This is the first time that I've had an encounter with Tunisia. I've been stalked. She came to my family's house where my children are. I'm afraid with like my new job that I have that she'll interfere with it. I've tried to do PPOs, get PPOs on her. I've seen you in the past before. I went to jail 2 times just for false accusations from Unicia. After she was told to stay away from me, she then assaulted me in front of the Lansing Center. And I thought enough was enough. I'm just looking for, I went to jail 2 times. I've never been in trouble, never been to court. Don't have a history or record. If she doesn't get jail time, I just think that she needs to, the consequences for what she's done to me in the past. Even if it's her irresponsible with her drinking habits or whatever the case is, I just want her to stay away.
What is the relationship?
I was with a guy and I was dating a guy and she was his ex. So he started talking to me again and she just stalked me for a while.
Anything else that you want to share, ma'am? Okay, you said you saw me before?
Yes, I came with my cousin. When I went to jail the first time, she accused me of felonious assault with a gun. And then I came to court with my cousin because the gun was registered to my cousin, but we got pulled over. So she lied and said that I waved a gun at her and I never did that. So I went to jail.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing you, but,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I do.
Okay, thank you for sharing your statement. Any other witnesses' statements?
Oh, Your Honor.
Okay, allocution, you can be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Perkins does admit that this was an altercation that is maybe not most reflective of her better self. This is something that she is, today stood up to and said, yes, Your Honor, this is bad behavior I engaged in, and she wants to take responsibility for it and step up and say, yep, this is a relationship and a person I no longer need to have any communication or contact with. I'm gonna largely not respond to a statement from the witness here. I think it's obvious to the court. There's a history of some mutual stuff going back and forth here. Ms. Perkins is someone who is trying to get back to work. She's trying to step up and take responsibility for this and trying to get her life back on a path where she is making good choices for herself, her young child who she cares for, getting back to work and continuing to stay away from this topic. It's obviously not a relationship that serves anyone. Given that, Your Honor, I would ask the court to follow the state's motion here for immediate sentencing and ask the court to consider a fines and cost charge or a fines and cost sentence here so that Ms. Perkins can return to work. Thank you.
Did Ms. Perkins want to make a statement?
Thank you.
I have reviewed her prior criminal history. I don't see any adult convictions. However, I have concern about this particular interaction. That's why I asked, what is even the relationship? Why would you even, well, actually, did you want to say anything? You
Well,
didn't, so
okay.
now you can say something if you want to.
No, this started because the guy that she was talking to had broke up with her, so she texted me on the fake app number, sending me pictures of him rubbing on her, like just weird stuff, and saying that my boobs are long, she make more money than me, I'm broke. I seen her why I actually had the PPO. Her and her friends chased me out the bar. She told the bouncer that I had a gun on me, and then our kids go to the same school as well. She seen me, so
Okay, so you all is the same person in
this
the
is
past?
over a guy that nobody talks to. She already went to court trying to get 6 PPOs and Judge Garcia told her no. for
Yeah,
it. She
okay,
was doing
but you have a
talking.
PPO?
No,
Okay, she has a PPO?
no,
Okay, there was a PPO in the past?
no, I never got served nothing.
I didn't ask you that.
Oh, well, no, I don't know.
Okay, well, you mentioned a PPO,
Well,
so,
that's what she went to court trying to do, and for 6 of them, Judge Garcia dismissed them all.
okay. Well, I don't know if he'd still do it at this point, because now you've pled guilty to disorderly jostling. You stated on the record that you've assaulted her.
Mhm.
And I can understand that there could be some tension between people that may have dated the same person, but I can never understand why that would ever result in people putting their hands on each other. I don't understand how or why that's an issue. You are both young ladies. Should conduct yourself as young ladies. You're both mothers. Should carry yourself like a mother, like an example. Even if what you're saying was said to you were true, you don't have the right to engage in activity that would be assaultive with someone because they said something to you. If they hit you first, that's different. But that's not what you said on the record. You didn't say that you were acting in self-defense. You took a plea indicating you assaulted, which means you were the aggressor when it came to being physical. That's not okay. And although you don't have any adult convictions as such, the court has a concern about a pattern of behavior or your ability to control your anger when provoked. And so because of that, fines and costs is not appropriate. I think you need to do a term of probation because you need to do some anger management. And you need to find other ways to address yourself so that if someone says something that's triggering or very upsetting or disrespectful or disgusting to you, you know how to use your words and not your hands, okay? Words can sometimes have a more lasting effect anyway, but you need to stop using your hands on other people. You understand that?
Yes.
Unless you're acting in self-defense, that's different, but that's not what we have here, okay? I'm going to have you go downstairs and check in with probation. I'm going to sentence you to 6 months probation. You need to do anger management. You need to provide evidence that you are maintaining employment, you're employed still, correct?
Yes, story point.
Okay, you're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior while on probation, do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm gonna continue the no contact order with Delisa Thompson. Do not possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. Not to be at any bars or nightclubs while on probation. Not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance unless you have a valid prescription, and you will be required to submit to random preliminary drug testing and urinalysis testing. You have to pay the fee for that, okay? Have any questions about your probation status?
No, I don't.
There's a $75 crime victim rights fee that must be assessed, plus $50 state minimum cost that must be assessed. There is a $30 per month oversight fee for probation. I'll waive discretionary fines and costs. You're welcome. Your fine in total, including oversight fees, would be $305. You'll make monthly payments on that, okay?
Okay.
Last but not least, you've been placed on a term of probation before the 54A district court, and your terms and conditions are individually tailored and specific to address what I believe your risks and needs are. You do have the right, however, to request early discharge from probation once you complete half the term ordered by the court, because you're not on probation for domestic violence or one of the prohibited charges. So you would need to do 90 days of probation without any violations. And if you have no violations, you can use the court's form for early discharge. You would file a copy of that with probation, and a copy must be served on the prosecutor's office requesting early discharge. The prosecutor would have 14 days from receipt of that notice to file any objections in writing to your request, okay? If it's set for a hearing, you have the right to be represented by an attorney, but you would have to hire an attorney. You would not have the right to have Ms. Sutter or another public defender represent you for any such hearing. I've never held such a hearing. But in the event that you might be the first, you would be able to hire an attorney for yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions about early discharge rights?
Nothing.
You're gonna go downstairs, check in with probation, and make sure they have accurate information. And you should be on your way after that. Any additional matters for the record today?
Nothing from the field.
Nothing further.
You're all set.
Okay.
What's in custody?
Yes, it's downstairs.
We can bring Underwood up. I have Carmonique Williams.
Yes, Your Honor, that's Ms. Sutter's plan. I believe we have a plea sheet filled out, but you just step out with her.
Lisa Swain. That's a show cause. Lisa Swain, please start your video. The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lisa Swain. This is 23-00043. Ms. Swain, this matter is scheduled today for a show cause, and that is because you failed to pay your fines and costs on this matter. So $345. You owe $345. Why haven't you paid?
I kind of went through a difficult time. I lost my job, but I got another job now.
Okay, when are you gonna start making payments on this?
Um, this month for sure. I get paid every 2 weeks on Fridays.
So when's your next pay period or pay date this month?
Just started this job. My first day will be today. So uh, I'm guessing 2 weeks from now. Or yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna check the calendar.
Today's the first, and let's see here. You're just starting the job. Can you make a payment of $25 by November 1st?
Absolutely.
Y'all know you'll pay $25 by November 1st and $25 a month until paid in full. You obviously can pay more than that, but so long as you stay in that range, you won't get another show cause or bench warrant issued, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. I'm gonna remind you that if you're not gonna be able to make the payment for whatever reason, you need to get into the court to let us know, because the issue is there's been multiple failure to pay show
Okay.
causes set on this, so the next time it's gonna be set for a bench warrant. You don't wanna be arrested in the middle of the holiday season for a failure to pay. So make the payment or get in here and let us know if we can adjust that for you, but don't just blow it off, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am.
I thank you. Congratulations.
Let's see. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Carmody Williams, 24-02702. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Herring, appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Williams, who is joining us via Zoom, and if I may approach with the sheet.
Harmony Williams.
I'm here.
Okay. Today was the date set for a pretrial. This is for one count of domestic violence. I do see a plea offer for Ms. Williams to plead guilty as charged. Is that accurate?
Yes.
There's no objection to 764A. That's how you want to proceed, ma'am?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay. You understand? You can put your hand down. Do you understand that you have the right to the presumption of innocence, so that means that you're innocent until proven guilty?
Yes.
You have the right to require that the prosecution prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You can maintain your innocence and proceed to a trial if you'd like. You understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to jury trial, and you have the right to see, hear, and question any other witnesses that the prosecution intends to call to testify against you. You can waive your silence and testify at your own trial if you'd like, and you have the right to subpoena witnesses that will testify on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, you want to give up each of those rights?
No, I don't think so. No.
You would like to have a trial, ma'am?
No. I'm supposed to take the plea deal, I believe.
Where are you supposed to take the plea deal that you believe? Is it because you believe you're guilty?
I'm sorry, I'm new at this, so I had talked to Lauren about the plea deal. something
Correct. She's here.
about,
She's here in
okay,
the court. And so I just went over your rights and asked you
okay.
if you understood the rights. You understand those rights?
Yes,
Okay, so if you wanted to take the plea deal, you'd have to give up the rights. You understand
okay,
that?
yes,
Do you want to give up those rights and waive those rights so that you can accept the offer and plead guilty today to domestic violence?
yes,
Okay, is anybody threatening you to get you to do that?
no,
Any promises being made in exchange for you entering a guilty plea today?
no,
Are you on probation or on parole?
no,
You understand that by entering a guilty plea, it could result in a conviction that you might need to report to your job, or you might need to put this on a future job application.
that's correct.
It also could have impact on travel or immigration status that you may be seeking.
That's correct.
As to the charge of domestic violence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factual basis, counsel?
Thank you. On September 10th of 2024, were you present at or near 410 West Cesar Chavez Avenue?
I was present.
And is that in the city of Lansing,
Yes,
Ingham County, Michigan?
yes,
And at that time, were you in that home with Deshaun Williams?
yes,
And is that your husband?
yes,
And while you were with Mr. Williams in the home, did you get into an argument with him?
yes,
And did the argument become physical?
yes,
And did you make or attempt to make offensive contact with Mr. Williams?
yes,
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
Questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The court is also satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea if I get pleaded may plead voluntarily and intelligently. This matter is set for sentencing December 10th at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, if I may,
You may.
I have no objection to immediate sentencing on this. If you'd like, I could move for it today as long as the court has a copy of the impact statement that I do. Spoke with the victim, Deshaun Williams, yesterday. He's fine with immediate sentencing, even without his presence here. He thinks the impact statement makes all of his feelings.
I do not have the impact statement, nor do I have the criminal history
Fair
or
enough.
domestic abuse status.
Yes, Your Honor. Fair enough.
So December 10th will be the date for sentencing. Let's see. Ma'am, you need to report to probation within 48 hours in person. So no later than 10 o'clock this week, Thursday, you need to be at our probation department to check in so they can prepare you for a pre-sentence interview, okay?
that's Thursday at 10 a.m.
No, yes, no later than Thursday by 10 a.m. I'm not saying you have to wait till then. You can come today, you can come tomorrow, but no later than Thursday, 10 a.m.
If I may, Your Honor, just very briefly.
Yes.
I did discuss this with Ms. Williams earlier. She's concerned that she has work until 2 p.m. both all day tomorrow and then until 2 p.m. on Thursday, where the court allow until 4 or 4:30 on Thursday for her to come into probation.
Work till 2, we're open till 5. I understand.
Tomorrow she works the entire time frame. On Thursday, she's done at 2. So she's concerned that she can't come in before Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll allow a few hours beyond that.
If that was the concern, then she should have been here in person today. She's got 48 hours. I don't see why she can't make it. I understand she's gonna work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. She can still be here by 10 a.m. on Thursday then, correct?
She works during the entire 8 to 5 time period tomorrow, and then she works between when the court is open until 2 p.m. on Thursday.
And what about today?
I believe she's waiting to go into work right now, Your Honor, so she's also in the parking lot of her employment.
But she knew she had court today, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, she arranged for a court hearing this morning, but she's at work for the rest of the day until I believe the court is closed today.
Correct. Had she been in person, she would have been downstairs immediately. 48 hours is a courtesy after you've not appeared in person for your court date. So if she was not going to be available, then she should have been here in the morning in person so that we can get this resolved versus putting it out until Thursday. I will allow her to come later, but this is just for future reference. If the clients can't be here, they need to come in person so they can get it done that same day. So that we're not extending it beyond the 48, that's the court policy is 48 hours. Do you understand that, Ms. Williams?
Yes,
Okay, okay. You'll have till 5 p.m. on, you said she works until 2 p.m. on Thursday?
That's correct.
5 p.m. Thursday to come in person to meet
Okay.
with probation.
okay. Is there an address for me to meet the probation officer?
They're on the 5th floor of City Hall.
So I have to meet them at the city hall? Okay. Okay. City hall. Okay. City hall. Okay, I got it.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, that's it.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, we can bring up Mr. Underwood. Let's see, Granberry. Present, okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Elijah Juan Granberry, 24-01554. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Aaron, appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Granberry.
Okay. Okay, with the dates up for sentencing, I do have a pre-sentence report that was prepared on the 20th of September. Did you get a copy of that?
Actually, I did not receive that. Or could a copy and allow me a moment to review it and find that. Appreciate that.
I'm sorry?
I've not received that report yet.
Okay, did you send an email requesting the report?
Not specifically, Your Honor. In my experience, I've typically received the report the week before sentencing. I have not received anything yet.
I get that, but you knew they were sentencing your clients here, so I was just wondering when you were gonna ask for the report.
The answer to that, I'm asking now, Your Honor.
Asking when we're on the record is not the best time to do that, don't you think?
Understand, Your Honor.
So, well, I can just scan it too, but, well, we're not going off the record for that, we'll move on. You can have a seat, sir. Okay, actually, if you can step outside, as I'm trying to get the court clear before I can take this. Are you waiting for a court date, ma'am? What's your name? Say it a little louder for me. Okay. Who's representing her? Say. Mr. Rowley. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shania Johnson, 24-01892. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shania Johnson, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Case Mark Aaron appearing on behalf of the people.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Ms. Johnson.
Okay. Mr. Riley, I have a report from the probation department. It was prepared on the 18th. Did you get that one?
Yes, I did.
Do we need to make corrections, updates, or deletion?
No, Your Honor, I believe the report is correct.
You can make allocations.
To begin with, I would ask the court to. Client certainly regrets what she did. I think she, moving forward, she understands she needs to sort of control her actions and her response to provocation much better than she has in the past. That's something that she's working on, and I think going forward, with a little bit of help, she can continue that, and I think she'll will be in the situation again.
Ms. Johnson, did you want to make a statement at all?
No, man, just that I started therapy. And that's a little bit helpful as well.
Hopefully it's a lot helpful for you. What do you have going on these days? Are you working?
No, not currently. My doctor told me not to because of my pregnancy, but
Okay, currently pregnant? Okay. And so what about your housing situation?
I'm in a program helping me get housing. So,
Oh, what program is that?
it's called, I think it's Connect for Success.
Okay.
I believe.
Are they providing you temporary housing or are you at a shelter?
They're trying to get me into a shelter, but 3 to 4 months I should have housing.
So the challenge that I have here is in order for you to be successful on a probationary term, you gotta have resources, you have some money. And you're not employed, you have income at all? So how is she supposed to be successful on probation? How could she perform what she's supposed to do if she doesn't have any money?
Doctor told me not to, but I can try. My dad owns his own business, so sometimes I have to go to work.
So your dad owns his own business?
Yes, he does contracting.
Well, how can you do anything with him if you're,
It's just a cleaning business, so he cleans for like an hour.
right, but
And if
your doctor puts you on bed rest?
Yeah, but if I ask her, she might allow me to just vacuum for an hour.
I don't know how sustainable that really is either. I mean, you're on probation. The concern is that you need to be getting into a GED program, or you need to be doing treatment with community mental health. You're currently pregnant, so I don't see why I would order you to do drops, because that would be a waste of time. Hopefully you would not be participating in substance use while carrying a child. But if that was ordered, there's a cost associated with that. And so my concern is you also need some anger management. And so in order for me to put you on a term of probation, I don't want to set you up for failure. If you're not stable in your housing situation and in your life, and you've got a child on the way, what is the mindset about you being successful on probation? Are you even in a position to prioritize what the court's telling you to do? That's my concern, Mr. Raleigh.
And I think my client was beginning to say that she is working on finishing school. I think she does have a plan to do that. Opportunities, but,
Do you have a plan for school?
Yes, I'm finishing school. I currently have been doing online. I just had to re-enroll.
Okay, so you're enrolled now? When do you do school?
I'm waiting for the school to contact me, telling me to bring my information to the school.
What school?
Eastern, but I go through online, normally graduation online.
She doesn't have anything else on the criminal history. Hopefully this is an isolated incident, but I am going to order 6 months probation. While on probation, I need you to participate and complete an anger management group, okay? You need to provide evidence that you are enrolled and participating in a GED or high school diploma program, okay? Okay? You need to continue with your treatment. You said you were getting some counseling. Is that through community mental health?
Therapy with my Connect for Success.
Okay. Well, you need to continue therapy with Connect for Success, but I'm also going to require that you engage with community mental health and get some services there as well, okay? You're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. You're not to be at any bars or nightclubs while on probation, and you're not to purchase or possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. You understand that? I'll continue the no contact order with the victim in this matter. There's a $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for while on probation. 6 months will be $180. There's a $75 crime victim rights fee, plus a $50 state minimum cost, and I'm going to waive discretionary fines and costs. So you do have the ability to make monthly payments on this for a total of $305, okay? Okay, ma'am? I'm not going to order any testing, preliminary testing for her blood or alcohol because of her pregnancy status. So my primary concerns in this, ma'am, are that you are getting services through community mental health, continuing your counseling through Connect for Success, that you are gaining some stability in your life. So, you know, you say you're on a track to 3 to 4 months, you should have a house or a place to stay. That's what we want. And then that you are providing evidence of your enrollment and participation in the high school diploma or GED program that you said you've enrolled in, okay? That's my primary concern. And I recognize that finances are a concern. If there's no issues with you doing what I just told you to do, and the only thing I have is that you didn't pay the 305, I can address that at the end and still discharge you successfully. I can't discharge you if you are not following the court's orders as it relates to programming that you need to be doing well in probation. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Have any questions about what's required of you? Okay, there's an advice of rights as to probation, so you have the right to request early discharge once you've completed half the original term ordered by the court, so long as you haven't made or had any violations within the 3 months prior to that request. And so you would make the request by using the court's NC 512 form that's on the court's website. That's the form for eligibility for early discharge. You could get that form from your probation officer or print it offline from the court website. You would complete that form, you would file a copy of it on your probation officer and then also a copy at the prosecution's office. The prosecutor has 14 days to respond in writing after receiving your request for early discharge. If I set it for hearing to address your request for early discharge, you have the right to hire an attorney to represent you for that hearing. You do not have the right to have a court-appointed attorney for that hearing. Do you understand that? Do you have any questions about that?
No.
Okay, you're gonna go downstairs, check in with probation, and then you'll be all set for today. Any additional matters for the record?
From the people.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you. Your name, sir?
He's proper, Your Honor. I think we're gonna just be requesting another reset on that one to allow time to get compliant. Progress has been made, but we're not quite all the way there.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Zachary Session, file number 24-02087. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Case mark here, appearing on behalf of the people.
Okay, Mr. Session is representing himself.
Yes.
Okay, and so this matter was set out 30 days so that he can bring the vehicle to compliance and get registered. And there's additional time needed.
Yes, Your Honor. I think approximately a month is the request. It's my understanding that parts have been ordered and some parts have been installed. He's just having some difficulty installing lights, so that way it can be fully compliant.
Okay. November 5th at 10. November 5th at 10. Did you get your notice to appear? Do you have any questions today? Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from the people.
Accepted. The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus John Underwood. I have 2-00786 and then 20-01894. Here for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Case mark Herring, appearing on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, John Underwood, who is present to my right.
And also Assistant Public Defender Jacob.
Which file?
Your Honor, Mr. Raleigh is on the filing 20-01894 SM, and I'm on 22-00786 FY.
Okay, thank you. Oh, so today was set for a final pretrial. No, just as pretrial on the 22-00786 file. And then there is a pretrial and a contempt hearing on the 20-01894 cases. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, there should be a plea on this one. I'm filling out the sheet as we speak.
Yes, Your Honor, the offer was that Mr. Walker, he wants to accept, Mr. Underwood wants to plead guilty to the one count of assault and battery in 22-00786 FY. And it's my understanding that the remainder of upon plea and sentence will be dismissed.
And what about the, there's a violation? Let's see here.
Yes, Your Honor, we'd be recommending dismissal of that, but I know ultimately it's your decision.
Yes. I understand.
Gonna plead guilty. This is 2 counts in here, to count 1, count 2.
Correct.
Your Honor, if I may approach with you guys' rights. Okay, thanks.
Okay, Mr. Underwood, you want to enter a guilty plea to 1 count of assault and battery? Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury? Okay, you can put your hand down. And so I have an advice of rights and plea information sheet. Is this your signature, sir?
Yes.
Did you read this?
Yes.
You understand the rights that are listed here?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about these rights?
No.
Do you want to waive them today so that you can plead guilty to 1 count of assault and battery?
Yeah.
Okay, you understand your right to the presumption of innocence. That means you're innocent, sir, until proven guilty. So you can require the prosecution prove your guilt at jury trial by proving each element of the charges being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you want to require them to do that, or do you want to plead guilty?
Plead guilty.
Okay, anybody threatening you to say that?
No.
Okay, you also have the right in this matter to cross-examine or question any of the witnesses that the prosecution intends to call against you. You have the right to subpoena witnesses to testify on your own behalf. You can remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you, or you can waive your silence at trial and testify at your own trial if you like. You understand those rights that you would be giving up? Okay, any promises being made to you in exchange for a guilty plea?
No.
Why do you keep looking at her like you don't know?
Well,
Stand.
yes, I understand.
Okay,
Yes, I understand.
okay, so this is what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. As to 1 count of assault and battery in file number 22-00786, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Underwood, on March 19th of 2022, were you at 1137 Cleveland Street in the city of Lansing, County, state of Michigan?
Yes, I will.
And on that date and time, you were in the home of your friend with Mr. Joe Trevino, correct? or you were there with Mr. Trevino?
Yeah.
Okay, and while you were at that location at that time with Mr. Trevino, did you attempt or complete an attempted touching of him without his permission?
Yeah.
All right, and that was you tried to, he had a shirt on that belonged to me, you tried to remove it from him without his permission, correct? All right, Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. How long have you been in custody?
Mr. Underwood was arrested on, do you remember which day it was, it was the 10th or the 11th of September?
I know I've been incarcerated for 3 weeks.
Yeah, for about 3 weeks, sounds about right. And he does have that hold in Eaton for, it's a city matter, that he hasn't been arraigned on yet, so I'm pretty sure they'll take him, but I don't know if they'll keep him.
I have to set this to see if there's a victim, but I'm not going to refer him to probation. October 22nd at 9. Okay, any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
The only thing we want to do is dress one.
You want to amend it so he can go take care of his other homes.
Yes, Your Honor, currently it is set at an amount that he can't post, so if the court can consider personal recognizance bonds on these cases, thank you.
I'll amend it to 3,000 personal recognizance. It's currently 3,000, 10%. Sir, you need to return to court. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If he's in custody, we can read him, but I don't know what's gonna happen when you get read it over.
If I will definitely know if he needs.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing for defense.
Okay, we're all set. Thank you. Was it 2 more hours?
No, so I just don't forget. I want to make sure he has it.
No, yeah, he had 2 cases.
And the other one pled to, right? He pled to 22,007. The second.
Oh, okay. There was we dismissed him too. Okay, that's what that's for. Let's see, Mr. Underwood's all set.
Have you seen Shawan Calvin from the jail come on? No.
It's a little early.
Oh, is he-
At 10:30.
oh, I thought it was that. All right, I am ready to go with Bailey. What she did. She didn't do anything wrong. And I don't even know if he can find a pre-shot.
Bailey's here.
Yes, she's out in the hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna clear the court first. And
See you here.
Natalie, who do you have?
I have Betsy Bailey.
On the record of the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Betsy Sue Bailey, 24-02394, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian interfering on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Betsy Bailey, who is present to my right.
Get a copy of this PSI to Mr. Raleigh, please.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is a pre-trial for false report of a felony. I think there was previously an offer for false report to of a misdemeanor, or was this admitted to
It
that?
was amended to that.
Okay, it was admitted to false report of a misdemeanor. Okay, how are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, today the offer for Ms. Bailey is to plead as charged, and there's a kilometer, no upfront jail. At this time, Ms. Bailey would like to proceed to her jury trial.
November 19th at 8.
November 19th at 8 a.m. There's at least one already scheduled for that day, so I don't know that she has a priority number, but we'll expect to proceed on that time, on that date at this time, okay?
Ready to go, Your Honor. Thank you.
No problem. Do you have any questions today,
No,
ma'am?
Your Honor.
Okay, we'll get your notice to appear. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing for defense.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Same to you.
Okay, so I gotta go.
Yeah.
What's your name in the jail?
Salon Marquis Calvin.
Okay, your attorney's gonna log in and speak with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Sutter, what do you have?
Leslie Ellison, Your Honor. And if you don't mind, Your Honor, is it okay if I grab the notice to appear or if you don't want? Sorry. I was gonna ask if I could grab the notice to appear for her, but she's back.
On the record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Leslie Denise Allison, 16-01907. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Case Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Allison, who is standing to my right.
Good to have a plea sheet in the file, Your Honor, for correct. Plea sheet. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, let me double check. I don't see.
I'll fill
What
another
was
one.
the offer?
The offer is to plead to embezzlement less than $200 with restitution in the amount of $600.
I have a restitution sheet, so I don't know, maybe the other one got lost.
You have a restitution sheet?
Wait, it's my, what is this? It's attached, I think. I do have a plea sheet.
And was there a kilometer to no upfront jail on there as well?
There is. Okay. And rights of rights.
And I apologize. record, John?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we found some advice and rights.
Yes, Your Honor, I went looking for some this morning. I only have page 2s down here, so Yolanda found that for me.
I'm completely okay with that. I actually personally talked to Scale about why they would switch this to a 2-page form for 1 paragraph and a signature line, but it is what it is. Okay, so I have an advice of rights and plea information sheet. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. So you want to accept the offer of pleading guilty to an amended charge of embezzlement, agent or trustee less than $200. Okay, and so you understand the rights that's here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, these are all rights that you enjoy that you would have to give up if you want to plead guilty. You understand that? So that means that you would have to give up your right to the presumption of innocence. That means you right now are innocent until proven guilty. You can maintain your innocence and require that the prosecution prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt before you are considered guilty. Do you understand that? You have the right to remain silent at any trial, not have silence be used against you. You can waive your silence and testify if you'd like. You have the right to confront in court and cross-examine any other witnesses that the prosecution intends to call. And you can subpoena witnesses to court to testify on your own behalf and present evidence that you think show a defense charges being brought against you. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to get you to give these rights up?
No, ma'am.
Any promises being made in exchange for you entering a guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you currently on probation or on parole?
No, ma'am.
You understand that by pleading guilty, it could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer or put this conviction on a future job application.
Yes, ma'am.
Could also have impact on where you can travel or get immigration status. You understand that? As to the amended charge of embezzlement less than 200, how do you plead? Factual basis.
Thank you. Miss Allison, is it true that between the dates of June 25th and June 28th of 2015, you were an employee of Meyer located at 6200 South Pennsylvania? And was that in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan? And during that time period, did you take money and or lottery tickets from that store? And you did that without personally paying for them? Thank you, and I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
Any questions from the prosecution?
People are satisfied with the factual basis. Thank you. Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea and find it to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. You can make allocation.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Allison is someone who in every conversation with me has stepped right up and said, yes, I did something wrong here and I'd like to figure out how to make it right. This is an offer that she has been willing to accept since, I believe, the first hearing here. She was a little bit sideswayed by stay in the hospital, which she is luckily now out of. She's a person who's eager to get herself back on track here and kind of right some wrongs that have previously been committed. I would also note for the court, as I'm sure it noticed during the plea colloquy, that this is a quite aged case. This is from 2015. She is employed now. She has been maintaining good, stable employment. This will obviously have some ramifications for her, but she's trying her best to continue a straight and narrow path forward. There is the agreed upon amount of restitution here to take back to Meyer. And along with that, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider here a sentence of fines and costs for her to pay the fines to the court as well as that restitution payment back to Meyer.
Do you client want to make a statement?
Not what she wishes to do, so Your Honor.
Ms. Allison, it was not until your attorney was making such an eloquent allocution on your behalf that I realized that you're the young lady that had come in person. You appeared via Zoom and I think you were not properly dressed. And I didn't even recognize you.
I had to for you, Your Honor.
Okay, see, that's how you're supposed to present yourself, even when you come via Zoom. You don't want to ever step
side and not be prepared.
I was sick that day too.
I recognize that, but you were at the comforts of your home. We were all in here fighting for our lives, but you were home, okay? And so you could have put yourself together a little bit better. We didn't have to know what was going on below the neck, okay? Okay, and you could have been just fine. But I just want to say thank you for coming and looking presentable. You look lovely. I didn't, like I said, I didn't even recognize you until I looked down at my note. And I said, oh, that's the same young lady. This is an older case. I recognized that earlier. But the fact that you are still in a position, in a mindset, or maybe you are now, I don't know where you were in 2015, 2016. You're now in the position to take responsibility. I pray and hope that it has no effect or impact on your employment. I mean, your employer could and should see, I don't know how long you've been there, but hopefully you've been a good employee then and you've demonstrated something different from wherever you were almost 10 years ago. And so hopefully that they won't hold that against you. I think that this was a good case for you to be sentenced to fines and costs, and I'm going to waive discretionary fines and costs. So you're going to pay $600 restitution to Meyer, plus a $75 crime victim rights fee, which per statute must be assessed, and a $50 state minimum cost, which per statute may be assessed, for a total of $725. How are you going to make payments on that?
I can make that too.
How much?
75?
75? You sure you can do 75?
Yeah.
When are you gonna start?
I can start actually next week.
Today's the 1st, so next week. You mean by Friday?
Yes.
Next week, the 11th?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll say they should pay $75. You said bi-weekly or monthly?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly, beginning the 11th. And you can make payment by going on the court website and you'll use your case number to make the payment online, or you can come up and make the payment in person at the criminal traffic counter, or you can mail a check or money order. If you do check or money order, you must also put your case number on there, okay? Do you have any questions? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from people.
I do have a question about a city case with her, but not on this file, Your Honor. I don't think we're here.
She has a city case?
Yeah, sure. I found in the notes, I wasn't personally present as I was out sick that day. She had, this hearing was reset from the 10th. She also had hearing with the city that was, I believe, missed on the 9th, and she appeared for this hearing on the 10th. I was wondering if the court would be willing to address that warrant and reset that hearing with the city so that she can proceed on that as well. I understand the court was.
Those are for me. The hearing was before me?
Yes, on September 9th, Your Honor, is a city case. I did email the city attorney this morning to let them know some of what's going on, that Ms. Allison is here today.
You just put that away. I don't know.
From what I saw on the online ROA this morning, it looks like the hearing on the 9th was missed, so warrant was entered at that time, and then she appeared for the state case the next day on the 10th. But the warrant obviously remains in the city case.
Okay, it's another old case.
It is, Your Honor, for 2017.
I'll cross the warrant and we'll just regular pre-trial date, Keith, will that count?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll get you the date.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's the file.
October 21st.
October 21st at 10:30.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll get you a notice in just a moment. It's not a lease. On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shawan Calvin, 24-02534, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of Defendant Shawan Calvin, who is appearing separately from Union County Jail.
Okay, this matter was moved down to count one attempted RNO. How are we proceeding on this?
Oh, Your Honor, today's offer is that Mr. Calvin can plead guilty to the count corresponding to, I think it's the second count of illegal entry or entry without permission. And they would dismiss the attempted resisting obstruction. At this time, Mr. Calvin does not want to accept that offer and would ask for a final pre-trial jury trial.
On the trial October 29th at 8 a.m. Jury trial December 17th at 8 a.m.
Okay, final pretrial will be October 29th, 8 o'clock in the morning in person at the court. And jury trial is currently scheduled December 17th, 8 o'clock in the morning in person at the court. Do you have any questions today, Mr. Calvin? Any additional matters for the record?
From the people.
Not from defense.
You're all set, sir.
Your Honor, I think we're ready on motion. It's gonna be a dismissal.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Lynn Mosher, 23-01420, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Lund on behalf of Mr. Mosher, who's present. I am leaving today.
Today was the date that was scheduled for a my note in here says that this was nolly.
It was a little unclear, Your Honor. He had several cases before the state that were nullied because of a competency finding. This remained on the docket, so we just wanted to clarify in the record that that was
On the docket for his city cases.
Oh, I think the issue was he was on the docket for the city case, so I wrote nolly on it, and we did have a nolly, but it wasn't.
just for the city cases.
It was for a city case.
Right, he had
So
several.
we need one. We just needed one from your office. That was what he said. Okay, Deontay Chapman's in custody, Robinson's in custody. I did Allison. Bowser, you did Bowser?
Your Honor, I don't have one.
No?
My records indicated he declined at court appointed counsel too. I haven't been able to communicate.
Oh, it's Bowser still there. He's not appeared.
Not that I've seen, no.
Okay. Issue of interest for Bowser. Right now. Cranberry's files.
Yes.
Back on the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Elijah Juan Granberry, 24-01554, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
And Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Granberry.
Okay, Mr. Granberry, we are ready to proceed on your sentencing, and Mr. Raleigh has gone over the pre-sentence report with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
We need to make corrections, updates, or deletion.
There is one to the employment section, Your Honor. Mr. Granberry is now working for the Lansing Center, and he has a new job that is going to begin, and he said next week.
Yep, next Monday.
And where is that at?
Ryder off Christ Road, forklift operator.
That is fine. Any other updates?
No, Your Honor.
Is he no longer at the part-time at KFC?
No, I'm no longer there. The Lansing Center gave me a better opportunity with better pay. So I let that job go and I'm working for them now.
Very good. Okay. Let's see, you can make allocution, County.
Your Honor, first I want to say I would be asking the court to adopt the recommendations of the pre-sentence report. I think they are appropriate. Mr. Granberry certainly does not have his experience. He made an impulsive decision from sort of apprehend his serious consequences going forward. His connection working, and basically improving his life and his family.
Here's your child's court warrant.
Yes, I'm currently I talk to my caseworker on a weekly basis, and it was because I ended up missing a court date back then, but I didn't get the mail because I was in the process of moving into my apartment. So she said basically continue working. They put an income withholding thing on my job, and that's why I'm trying to get this second job as well. But I'm not running from anything or anything like that. I'm just trying to pay it off. Now I'll talk to my caseworker name is I forgot her first name, but it's Rabluski at the Eagle County Court, and she told me just keep working. They're taking money out of my checks. My next check come Friday. You know, and I let her know like you wanted me to go, I go in, but I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose everything that I built up to get these problems solved. If you know, so she's like, just keep going. You know, like I was supposed to be at work at 11 today, but they don't mind. They're not gonna fire me. They're understanding. They gonna know I'm at court. You know, I'm a guy who tried. I know that I messed up. You know, just like in the recommendations about the anger program or whatever, I feel like that'd be nice for me. When I was already handcuffed when they did have me. It was just, I was so emotionally unstable. I tried, and that's when they put me on my face. I can laugh at it now, but it was stupid, you know, and I learned from my mistakes, and I don't want to keep having to get things taken away from me. I'm in a great place in my life. I'm not doing the best, but I'm working. I got my own place, and I'm done with the BS. I want to move forward. I would like to be on probation. I think it'll benefit me, and you guys can watch me, you know, do the things that I say I'm gonna do. I'm gonna complete it. I'm going to get my GED. I'm going to do these things. I see my kids regularly. I just had kids at a young age, and all the child support stacked up, and now I'm fighting against it, and it's hard. And yeah, I'm trying. I'm not gonna give up. I'm trying my best.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're trying. It's evident. Just in the update that we made to the pre-sentence report, you were only part-time employed when you were interviewed. Since then, you've gotten new employment, you're making more money, you have a second job that you're starting, you've cleared up the warrant that was pending for the child support. You didn't just want to tell me you cleared it up, you wanted to name drop and give receipts to show this is what I've done, this is what they're going to do to keep me on track. And so I don't believe that you would not be successful on probation. I think that you are in a position, in a place now that you're ready to take responsibility. And hopefully, this is also a place for you in your life where you're not going to continue to interact with the criminal justice system like this. Because you do have a bit of a criminal history. I think that was one of the things that was the concern of probation officer when they wrote the report. And I recognize you were a young father, but when you make adult decisions and you have children at a young age, it comes with child support. Who's supposed to take care of the children?
Yes,
And so
I hate decisions that I made back then.
well, don't hate them, just learn from them.
But now it's like, cause I know better now. Like things that I did back then, I know better. And the man that I want to be today, stops me from doing that, you
Right.
know, and all I can do is just feel blessed and move forward. I'm
Agreed.
not the type of guy, I don't believe, I've never been a gang member, I've never been a gang, I was raised by my mom and my auntie, so I knew better than all that, I was just so young, and now as soon as I got it, I'm three felonies and 4 kids in the child support, too late, but I can't give up, and that's it, I'll ride the bus, this all I got. I rode the bus here today, been here since 7 a.m. I'm gonna ride the bus to Lansing Center. When I get out of that, I'm gonna ride the bus to an interview.
Right, and that could be, and that could, it's temporary too, as long as you keep on the path that you're on.
Yeah.
You'll get yourself out of the back pay situation for child support. You'll get to a position where you can maybe earn more money. I don't know what your educational background is. You may decide you want to go further in education or in a trade so that you can really put you and your 4 children in a better financial situation. And then the lessons that you learn are lessons that you get to pass on to your children. So hopefully they don't continue the cycle of the mistakes that you made. And the goal is to break the generational curses and not pass them on. So hopefully you're learning from them and you're going to continue to address it. I'm going to adopt the recommendation. You're going to be placing a term of probation before the court. Recommended, there will be a term of 9 months probation. While on probation, there's a no contact order that will continue. As to Rita Montoya, you're not to have contact with her while on probation. You understand that?
Yes.
You're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior while on probation. You understand that?
Yes.
You're not to use, purchase, or possess firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol or marijuana or any other controlled substance unless you have a valid prescription. Do you have any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Not to be in any bars or any nightclubs, and you are required to submit to random preliminary breath tests and your analysis testing, and you have to pay the fee for that, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna have to provide evidence of employment to your probation officer. Okay? I'm only ordering testing for 90 days. If there's no issue, then they'll suspend the testing, okay?
Okay.
For the $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for while on probation. There's a $75 crime victim rights fee that you must pay per statute, plus a $50 state minimum cost that will be assessed. I'll waive discretionary fines and costs at this time. I'm also going to order that you complete the moral recognition program, okay? Lastly, there's an invite to right test probation. Wanda, keep back the sentence. Yes. Placing a term of probation before the court. And your terms are individually tailored and are specific to address your assessed risks and needs. Except for the charges that's listed in that first paragraph, you'd be eligible for early discharge from probation. So if you're eligible, you use the court MC 512 form, which is on the court website, or you can request it from your probation officer. You will file a copy of that report at the probation department and serve a copy on the prosecution's office. They have 14 days from receipt of your request for early discharge to object in writing to any request for early discharge. You understand that?
Yes.
If I set up a hearing, you would have the right to hire an attorney to represent you for that hearing. But you wouldn't have a right to court-appointed counsel for any hearing for early discharge. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
So you have to complete half the original term ordered by the court. You have to complete all of the required programming and not have had any violations within the 90 days preceding that request. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing from the defense, Rob.
Okay. Your address and phone number has not changed since the last time you were here?
No, 3200 South Washington Ave,
That's what we have.
apartment 434.
Phone number ending in 8082.
Yes.
Okay, you're all set.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, sir, who do you have? Yeah, you have someone else?
I have nothing left for the morning, Your Honor. I think Mr. Marquardt and I were wondering if we could briefly ask about Deshaun Johnson this afternoon.
Okay, are you ready for court date? Martin?
I'm here for the outside chat.
Oh, he's downstairs. Okay,
And if Mr. Marquardt, he's aware that.
okay. What's going on with Mr.?
See. Goodman, who failed to appear but owes some money. Avon Goodman, what is he out? 282. Boy.
Is the court reaching out to ICJ about Mr. Floyd? Or-
I'm pretty sure that's what Yolanda is on her way to do.
Okay. I won't.
For Holt.
So Raleigh's plan, but given he's going downstairs, when ICJ logs him in, I can join Zoom to talk to Mr. Holt.
Sounds good.
Judge for the,
Let me see, what did
What the
you
offer
know?
is not the offer.
And I think he's
not a court recent report.
Oh, I can, let me get a referral. I should probably put it on there. I
You
need,
just only send an email.
oh, he said email him?
Yeah.
Recommendation in, hide status.
Flores, you still want that?
Can you,
Yeah, I'm getting ready to call.
this is Flores.
Yeah, I just pulled that file up and it says Judge Record.
Okay.
Flores.
No, I don't want it. They probably could have gave it to me because maybe I saw him on my day off. Maybe on my weekend. I don't know. Sure, Flores wants it. This might not be mine either, then, let me see. I don't know if they did that, so let me read. This is that, nothing else. What's that? Ellen Boss.
was a TV right yesterday. Oh, busy.
Joseph Ellen Boss?
Yeah, you did his run on PD yesterday, and I did not get you. He's set for a hearing in a weeks for the city. He's got something to talk about.
I think they want to give you this thing. Is he in custody?
No, you're not.
There's Holt, and then we have Robinson. Holt,
He is, Your Honor, he is ready to be taken up.
I'm just working on the restitution sheet still on that one. It should be a plea, Your Honor, if you want to do Robinson.
Okay, let's see, on the record. In the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Dante Dion Robinson, 23-3626, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
And Jacob Rowley on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Okay, this matter was scheduled for a pre-trial in which the court noted that there was efforts to make a global resolution, and then there's also a bond violation. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, Mr. Robinson will plead guilty to the bond violation, and you ask that the underlying case be set for final pre-trial and trial dates.
You want to plead guilty to the bond violation?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, put your hand down. Okay, you understand, sir, that you have the right to have a contested hearing as to the violation?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that a bond violation is a contempt of court, so if that's sustained, you could be facing a maximum penalty of 93 days in jail. You want to waive your hearing on that? Okay. Are you threatening to plead guilty to this violation?
No.
Any promises being made to you to plead guilty to the violation?
No.
Are you pleading guilty to the violation because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the violation alleges that on or about September 1st, 2024 at 8:25 p.m. That you violated the no contact order by having contact with a protected person, Renee Robinson Beasley. As to that violation, how do you plead?
Yes.
Factual basis.
Mr. Robinson, is it true that you are on bond to this court for a case involving person, alleged victim named Lanaya Robinson Beasley?
Yes.
Is it true that one condition of your bond is that you are not to have contact with Lanaya Robinson Beasley?
Yes.
Is it true that you did in fact have contact and were in a vehicle with Lanaya Robinson Beasley when you had contact with police?
Yes.
And that occurred on September 1st.
Correct.
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
Court is satisfied, find your plea made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. All right, you have to set the final pre-trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
October 22nd. Retrial December 17th.
December 17th at 8 a.m. Once you get in custody. He's been in custody since the violation.
Exhibits.
Yes. It's like, yeah.
Credit time served on the violation. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
No, Your Honor.
You need to appear in person October 22nd at 8 a.m., okay? Do
Yes, ma'am.
you have any questions?
No.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Okay, you're all set. You ready,
Yes, Your Honor. Oh.
Felony.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jason Holt, 24-02405, council appearance.
Good morning or afternoon, Your Honor. Casey Markarian appearing on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter appearing in place of Assistant Public Defender Jacob Raleigh on behalf of Mr. Holt, who is joining us via Polycom.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Holt has a larceny less than 200. And it says here he's gonna plead as charged. There's a kilogrew of no upfront jail. And that he will pay restitution in the amount of $140. Is that correct?
It is, Your Honor. I'd also be at some point making a motion for immediate sentencing with reasons provided as to why.
On something else?
He had a hearing this morning in front of the 55th District Court.
Oh, so no.
Yes, correct. I believe he has a $500 PR and that's on as of 9/16.
Mr. Holt, you want to plead guilty to the charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, you have the right in this matter to proceed to a jury trial because you have the right to the presumption of innocence, and you can maintain your innocence and proceed to jury trial and require the prosecution prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that? I didn't pick up the response.
Yes.
Okay, you have the right to see, hear, and question in court any of the witnesses the prosecution intends to call against you. You have the right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you, or you can waive your silence and testify at your trial if you like. You have the right to subpoena witnesses that will testify on your behalf. And you can present evidence that you believe show a defense to the charge being brought against you. You understand those rights as well?
Yes, I do.
You're willing to give each of these rights up?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody threatening you to get you to plead guilty today? Can you repeat that, please?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any promises being made to you in exchange for you entering a guilty plea?
No, Your Honor.
As to larceny, less than $200, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On factual basis.
Thank you. Mr. Holt, on or about July 19th of this year, were you present at 910 American Road?
Yes.
And is that in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan?
Yes,
And is that a hotel known as Super Inn?
it is.
And on that day, were you present inside the Super Inn?
Yes.
And while inside, did you reach behind the counter of that hotel and take some money?
Yes, I did.
And that was approximately $140.
It was $80, but yes.
And I believe that satisfies the factual basis of the larceny under 200.
Any questions from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, the people are satisfied with the factual basis.
The board is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be made voluntarily and intelligently. And so you want immediate sentencing. It sounds like there might be a dispute about restitution.
Yeah, the report indicates it was between 125 and 140. The prosecutor submitted their restitution agreement of $140. I discussed it with Mr. Holt, and he was agreeable to that agreed restitution amount.
You're agreeing to pay 140 in restitution, sir? Okay, allocation.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did briefly meet with Mr. Holt. I also reviewed his other case file he has with my office, as well as briefly reached out to his attorney there. He did have a case set before the 55th District Court this morning, where he did enter a plea. He is set to go to sentencing in front of Judge Aquilina. I don't have the date in front of me, but that was the resolution of this morning's hearing. They anticipate a probation sentence for him there, given that he's going to be under court supervision for in front of the circuit court, and he has an agreed upon restitution amount here. I would ask the court to consider a fines and cost sentence here with the restitution, so that he can kind of simplify how many probations he is on, essentially. Thank you.
Looks like he was originally arraigned on the 29th, and he did have a castrated bond and he posted immediately.
At least, Your Honor, and then there was a short interim bond when he failed to appear. So he may have 1 or 2 days prior. I don't believe it's extensive beyond that 1 or 2 days from original sentencing and pick up on the bench warrant.
Okay, $140 will be ordered in restitution to the super N. $75 crime victim rights fee and a $50 state minimum cost. 2 days Ingham County jail credit time served. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the people.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, sir. I'm not sure if these are mine, so I'm gonna wait to sign those because they might be for us too, for all I know. You're all set, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.